everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've given you update on my propagation projects. I think it's been 3 weeks since the last update, and it's actually 11 weeks since I started that propagation tray with leaves and cuttings. Also, after that, I have been starting different kind of propagation projects like beheading Echeverria Raindrops. So I'm sure you would like to see what happened with the leftover stem that had no leaves on it. I'm excited to show you that there is some growth. So let's take a look at how everybody's doing. So here is how my propagation tray is doing. A lot of these rosettes are now quite big. They dried up leaves. I think this one actually has 4 heads. This one also has 3 or 4 heads. Beautiful pinkish colors. This one is pretty small, and these are bigger. This one is weird. Has one on top and one in the ground, like really sideways. This one is pretty small. This one is okay. And then there's these 2 or 3 that never rooted. So I think I'm gonna just not wait but throw them away. These, I had 5 of them. I put some in a smaller pot under lights. This is Echeverria Lola that's a little bit dirty, but it's growing 2 rosettes. This one rooted well, it can go in an individual pot. These rooted as well. These leaves haven't done anything in the last few weeks. This is just Emily's little gifts from Swap. And then this is all ghost plant. So these size propagations from the same Echeverria, like those leaves, I have already sold. There's only this one left. This is the head of that Echeverria. As you can see, it's doing really good. Then here is my Echeverria Raindrops. As you can see, rosettes are getting really big on this one. This is the beheaded one, and even these little ones that I removed are getting quite big now. So I'm gonna probably sell those, and these are the little ones that used to be in a tray. This is the mother plant. I just wanted to show you how many pups a mother plant is now growing underneath. There is like on all sides. It's like at least 6 of them, really prolific. And here is my beheaded Echeverria Rainbow, and you can see right here it's growing a new rosette, so really exciting. The head has rooted really easily, so that's doing all right. Echeverria Decor has finally rooted. This one took probably the most out of the other ones, and this one is taking really long time to grow any rosettes. Finally started growing something on the stem, on both stems, but it's really taking time. So next project I want to work on is this Crassula Jade's necklace. I really love all these stringy looking Crassulas, and this one is a little bit different than the baby's necklace. Different colors, a little more orangish and reddish tones than the baby's necklace, and it's also smaller in size, a little bit different shape. But it has been kind of leggy. As you can see, it stretched at one point and then continued growing. Really nice compact look. This is the one that I always had problem propagating. So I did propagated this branch and this branch and this one here, but it just took a while to root them. I don't know why. This one is harder for me than some other Crassulas. So anyway, I prepared small pot, and I want to just pick, like perfect branches and fill that small pot with those perfect branches. So that's the plan. So these are so beautiful. I hope they're gonna root because I just love how they look like. They're just so pretty. Look at this. So I have a rooting hormone here, and I'm just gonna place everything in the rooting hormone and then in the soil. So here it is how it looks like after I took the cuttings. So these are all cuttings that need to root, and this is leftover plant that will hopefully grow some new branches as well. So I will keep you updated on that. Next thing, this kalanchoe plant that I got 2 weeks ago, and I already, tried to propagate it because it was kind of like really leggy. Feedback that I got from you guys is that it could be actually cut a little bit more down, so that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm kind of looking at these most leggy parts that already have some roots, so I'm going to cut those and then just kind of remove the bottom leaves so it can easier be placed in the soil to root. And I'm going to place it in a little bit of a rooting hormone and in the soil. This one sort of has rooted already, so I think I'm going to place it directly in the soil. No rooting hormone needed. So here is how it looks, the pot that's full of cuttings, and this is the pot that I formed 2 weeks ago. I'm sure it's gonna fill up the space again and look good. I can even create another pot with just cuttings probably. So I'll maybe see what I'm gonna do with this. So next, guys, I wanted to show you this beautiful ghost plant. I have this for probably almost 2 years, and I have propagated successfully this one. It's a really resistant plant to pests and easy to propagate. It's really hard to keep it under lights because it takes so much, it has such a big radius, and also has super little pot for its roots, and it's like maybe soil is up to like half of the pot. So I've been thinking it needs to be repotted for a long time. So here it is, guys. Gets really beautiful colors when it gets more light. If it gets less light, then it's more like blue. This one is more blue. I will show you the one that was under lights that's more pinkish purple. And as you can see, it's kind of leggy, but I like how it looks like. I mean, it's really pretty. And these leaves are like so big and plumpy, so when you take one leaf, it easily propagates. So this is the same plant. I propagated this one last year. As you can see, it's much more pink, the one that's under lights. I didn't have a space to put these under lights. It was somewhere on the edge, barely getting any. As you can see, when they don't have enough light, the leaves will go down instead of up, and they will also get more blue color. But I think it kept still a very compact look, which is kind of nice. So this was actually, if I remember, one was the head. Yes, so I took one stem out from this plant, I think, and I beheaded that stem. This was the head, and then that stem grew another rosette, and then there is few leaves that dropped and they propagated themselves. So I would like to put these together in a little bit taller pot, so hopefully I can still place it under some lights, or maybe when I move, if I find a spot with a good amount of sunlight facing south or east, I might keep this one on natural sunlight. So, as I said, this plant was in this pot for over a year, and doesn't have a lot of soil. Now I'm gonna take these from a smaller pot, and they are kind of, oh wow, these have root mealybugs, but they were not showing signs of being ill. But I think that this is root mealybugs. Yep. Who would know? Alright, I have to throw away all of this and clean up the... So I'm gonna put it back here and just separate the plant from the pot and the soil and wash it and spray it. I mean, I could actually just cut this and not even save the roots, not to risk. And you know, these plants I have kept especially dry, so I don't know if it had anything to do with that, or just some pots and were attacked more than others. Okay, so those will have to be sprayed. This one doesn't have root mealybugs, definitely not. So I decided to use this square pot instead of the big round one. This is the biggest black square pot. I'm also decided to loosen this up because I want to make sure that the roots have good airflow and the soil feels a little like it's glued. So just gonna check the roots a little bit. With the propagation pot, I think I just caught it in the beginning of root mealybugs showing up, so I think it's gonna be totally alright. But what a surprise, you know, I had no idea. Wasn't showing any signs of being not doing good. Alright, this part I might just put as it is. Oh, like that. This is the one that had the most mealybugs in the roots, so I chopped off some of the roots. I mean, I could have actually completely cut it off. It does, I'm sure it's gonna root no problem. And maybe put it here in the center so it doesn't look as, maybe not to risk. Let's do that. I'm gonna just completely chop it off, put in the rooting hormone and directly in the soil. So I just need to fill the gaps a little bit. I'm gonna see if I have any spoons. And these leaves that fell off, I suppose I can place those as well. Now it really needs to be cleaned up, and I will show you how it looks like. So here it is, guys, after I repotted it. There is just like, I think 2 branches that I shortened. Yeah. So it's a little bit taller pot, the biggest square pot that I have, so hopefully I'm gonna be able to find a spot for this one. Another propagation project I wanted to work on is this beautiful, I forgot what's the ID, Echeverria Lilac Frost. Kind of reminds to Echeverria Calibra because it gets these bumps, you know, so I was thinking, since it's a longer stem, that it would be really cool beheading this one and then watching pups grow. So this was kind of more expensive. Echeverria has beautiful colors when it gets distressed, so it would be nice to produce more. So let's start. So I'm looking where to cut it off, and I think I'm gonna cut where so it leaves 2 leaves on the stem, so it's gonna be a little bit sideways. I hope I'm gonna do that well. Alright guys, here it is. Beautiful. And then there is 2 leaves that I'm leaving on the stem. So let's see what's gonna grow. And I need to find the pot for this guy. I have the smallest square pot here, but I think it's gonna be fine because it's gonna be just rooting for a while, and I can later then just place it in a... I just put a little bit of rooting hormone. Alright. It's gonna go back under lights. And I just wanted to show you an exciting thing about this one. This one was sold as Petra's Pearl, and if you watch my other propagation videos, you know I beheaded this one and it was in a super bad state because it was attacked by mealybugs. And this plant is pulling through. Look at all these new leaves that grew. It's actually getting, the rosettes are getting bigger and they're getting clean. No mealybugs. And these old damaged leaves are coming off. I think that this one will pull it through, so exciting. Thank you guys for watching. See you soon in the next video.